Hello everyone, Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Era Hardcore and our Troll Hunters leveling campaign. Really appreciate you guys clicking on the video and joining me in Azeroth today. Thank you so much. We are headed to Orgrimmar, and I don't think anything's going to really happen along the way, but you never know. I'm probably going to fight some stuff outside of Orgrimmar, as I like to fight everything we reasonably can while we travel. And then we can hearth back to Razor Hill, actually. Save ourselves a bunch of time. And we're going to head into Mulgore today. We're going to do some questing in Mulgore, but also I want to train guns, because we are an engineer. We can already make ammo that's a little bit better than the ammo that you can buy off vendors, as far as how much damage it deals. And I would like to fully take advantage of that. I know we'll be able to make scopes, and we will be able to make our own guns. So yeah, training guns is high on my priority list, and you know, we're gonna have to do some questing in one of the other starting zones. You know, it was either gonna be Silverpine or Mulgore, so let's do some stuff in Mulgore. We do Silverpine very often when we do Horside, so maybe we'll skip it this time through. We'll probably still end up going into Silverpine, because I like to do Silverpine and Barrens kind of side by side. But, you know, maybe we'll take a different approach with this character. We'll check out Mulgore and we'll see how things go. That is, if we survive the run. You know, there is that chance that we aggro some raptors in Southern Barrens. Lots of level 15, 16 mobs that are aggressive hanging out outside of Camp Tarajo, and we'll have to go right through there, so anything can and will happen. That's what I've learned, and that's why we have pressed record today before I've done much of anything. Because, you know, we could literally die at any moment. Ah, yes, we trained Concussive Shot last time. Dazes the target, slowing movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds. So we're absolutely going to want to use that while we don't have a pet. Once we have a pet that can go out and that can tank for us, then it shouldn't matter too much. And I'm definitely going to use a boar, especially early on, because boars can charge and they can taunt. And having a pet that can charge and grab aggro right away is going to help us out a lot. So we won't rely as much on Concussive Shot after we have a pet, but for this next level or two, absolutely, it's going to help us out. It's going to be crucial. It's funny how the Necropolis is here in Orgrimmar, just like it is in Stormwind, but for some reason the one in Stormwind destroys all of the ambience in Elwynn Forest. And there's not a change in ambience in Durotar that I can tell at all. I'm actually grateful. Because making Elwynn Forest really dreary, cloudy, and with thunderstorm noises forever is not very great for, like, the ambient vibe of the zone, you know? Alright, so for sure we have to train cooking. We don't need to grab the flight point. As a troll or an orc, we already have the flight point for Orgrimmar. So that should be fine. Besides cooking, I don't think there's really anything else we need to do here right now. I just want to grab this. You know, if I was smart, we probably could have grabbed cooking out in Bloodhoof Village. So, you know, you might say, Robert, this entire trip to Orgrimmar has been pointless. You could have been running us out through the Barrens already. Relax. Haven't you played WoW for 20 years? Why don't you know anything? You could say those things. Or we could just look at this as a pleasant little detour, and we can all move forward. Alright, let's hearth back to Razor Hill. And before we set off, we can actually go ahead and we can cook this stuff. What do we have? You know what? Ooh, I sold the stingers. I probably should have kept a hold of those stingers because there is a recipe for them. I feel like potentially I was worried about bag space. But, you know, our bag space is really as good as it's going to get for a while. So I probably shouldn't have been worrying about that. Either way, we should get 28 skill ups here. Maybe a little less from just the roasted, from the boar meat that we've managed to collect grinding. Alright, that's a pretty good start to our cooking. We did get to 29, so we got points for every one of those. Which is very nice. And now begins our longest and furthest journey yet. We are going to travel through Durotar. We are going to travel through the Barrens. We need to grab the flight point in Crossroads, assuming we survive that long. Down to Camp Taraho we go, and into the Plains of Mulgore. One of my favorite zones aesthetically, and one that we don't level up in very often. The other good thing about leveling up in Mulgore a bit instead of Tirisfal Glades is that there will actually be hunter trainers. And if we're out there when we hit level 10, we should actually be able to do the hunter quest. Whereas, obviously, no hunter trainers over in the Forsaken areas. There we go. We are getting closer to getting that pet level 9. One more level to go. I just think that we can, like, grind most of it. Maybe not, like, once we get into the Barrens, we're not going to want to attack anything. But while we're in Duratar, and then when we're working our way through Mulgore, we can just fight stuff, and maybe if it works out, maybe we'll find some mining nodes, and maybe we'll be level 10 by the time we get to Thunder Bluff. That would be nice, because then we could probably go pick up the pet quest. Like right away. Maybe we want to hit level 10 around Bloodhoof Village. Because we may need a breadcrumb from the hunter trainer there to take us to Thunder Bluff. I don't really remember... You know what, I don't know if I've ever done the Tauren hunter quest. I am not sure. If I have, it has not been recently. And by recently, I mean it probably hasn't been in Classic. It was probably like original vanilla or TBC if I've ever rolled a Tauren hunter long enough to get a pet. Level 10, Yeah, level 10 might not have been very smart. We do have a potion, though I was hoping to hang on to it. We might have to use the potion. We'll see how this shakes out. Depends on if we miss. Or if we get crit. Alright, maybe we're fine. And pretty much from right here until we get into Mulgore is where we start sticking to the road, playing it safe. There aren't a lot of aggressive mobs right up here. There are, however, some raptors. And those are aggressive. Oh boy, here we go. Level 12 Savannah Huntress. All we can do here is keep running, hope we don't keep getting dazed, and oh, there we go, she dropped. Oof, she got us down below half HP. Pretty scary for a random encounter. Then again, I probably shouldn't have been playing with my camera. I probably should have been zoomed out like this, kind of checking the sides, and I was definitely goofing off, so, you know, I brought that on myself. What a gorgeous time of day to be running through the Barrens. Really couldn't have timed it better. And now begins the most treacherous leg of our journey. The road from Crossroads to Taurajo. I'm going to zoom out here and try to be smart. This is not quite as dangerous as the Wetlands run. I still think that the Night Elves have it worse for how they get to the other races' starting zones. But it's still pretty deadly. I've aggroed multiple raptors down this road before, and the only thing that saved me then was that I was being escorted. You know, basically cheating at hardcore, you know? And then the other danger, of course, is running into the elite patrol. I believe it's 1 human and 2 night elves mounted up and going up and down the gold road here. We do have a level 12 Forsaken Rogue out ahead of us. Ooh, look at that, there's a raptor. Level 14, see, level 14 is a lot better than, say, like level 21. As long as we're over here and they're over there, we should be okay. This level 17 bird is getting kind of close. I don't know if we're safe on this side. We have another level 17 bird over there. Alright, we're okay. Nobody panic. That sun has just about set. I definitely don't want to speak too soon, but I think we made it safely. I don't think there's anything that can get us between here and there, so we should be good. You know, it wasn't completely uneventful, but mostly just a peaceful walk through the Barrens at sunset. Doesn't really get a lot better than that. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, I need to buy some water. I feel like a stack of regular water would do. Yeah, we can use milk now, but do we need it? Let's do that, and once these are gone, then we'll buy milk. Or whatever the level equivalent is at that time. Let's make sure we grab the flight point, and then into Mulgore we go.
What brings you here?
So I think we go right into Bloodhood Village. We can set our Hearthstone there for now. And we can just start picking up quests, and then we'll just approach them in level order. And it's going to be a while before we can afford gun training anyway. Gun training is going to be 9 or 10 silver depending on reputation. And we are quite a ways away from 9 or 10 silver, so no reason to run off the Thunder Bluff quite yet. And then I think if we hit level 10, then we might be given a quest to go to Thunder Bluff anyway. For our pet quest, that might more align with when we have the money. Ooh, he was fast. When we have the money to train guns. It's going to be fun playing a hunter when stuff runs away from us. And we just get to shoot it in the back. Alright, so we have to investigate the Ravaged Caravan, that's level 8. Swoop hunting, we need 8 trophy swoop quills. Bane Bloodhoof has a lot of quests for us. Sharing the land, we have to go after some gnolls. Rite of Vision, speak with Zarlman Two Moons. And Dwarven Digging, collect 5 prospector picks and then smash them at a forge to create broken tools. Okay. What is over here? Dangers of the Wind Fury. It's going to be a Harpy quest.
Greetings.
8 Wind Fury Talons. While I am still thinking about it, let's go ahead and set the Hearthstone here. Eventually we will obviously go back to Durotar. We can just fly from Thunderbluff to Orgrimmar really directly. It's not a long flight at all.
Greetings. Be careful.
Anything in the inventory we want to sell. The Malachite and the gems, I don't know if we need this for engineering. I feel like maybe this is just a blacksmithing thing. I'm gonna sell them for now. And if that's a big mistake, you guys can yell at me in the comments. The roasted, we can keep 1 stack of roasted meat. We might be eating that after our tough jerky runs out. Really sticky glue, we need that out on the bar. That's kind of our emergency. We pulled way too many mobs or we need to run away. Let's stick one of them in place. Renders them unable to move for 10 seconds. So yeah, kind of huge. Let's go ahead and we should be able to cook some meat here, then we can sell the excess over the stack.
Something special. We shall meet again. How will be at your back?
Rite of Vision, we need 2 Wellstones, 2 Amber Corn. Alright, both of those will be things that we pick up off the ground. And then Mazranache. Plainstrider Wolfheart, Flatland Cougar Femur, Plainstrider Scale, and Swoop Gizzard. So, random bits off the random creatures will be randomly fighting for other things. The map is a mess. We don't need to really look at the map. What we're going to do is just head directly south. We'll start fighting all the wildlife. We'll fight any gnolls we come across. And we'll be looking for amber corns and a well where we can get stones. First round of questing here should go pretty smooth because we should have a decent level advantage. Well, there is our one Plane Strider scale. There is our one Swoop Gizzard. Sometimes I get really lucky with Mazranache, sometimes it's a struggle. Sometimes you get 3 of the items, and then one of the items it feels like will never drop. We'll see how it goes this time around. Okay, and there's the Prairie Wolf Heart. So far, we've gotten each of them on the first kill of the creature type, so we need to find a cougar. Eventually here we'll test this, if it holds up, or if the cougar is the one that we just don't get for a while. Really need to make myself start opening with Concussive Shot. I might move my abilities around a little bit here, because it's really important that I do that right now. Yeah, let's do something like this. There we go. I probably don't even really need that, but I like to be able to see if it's activated or not. I am actually shocked that we didn't aggro this guy. But there we go, we got lucky. Let's get out of there. Some of those guys are level 7. And we just need more creatures, and we gotta find a nice knoll camp. The knoll camp over here could be the first place that we're going to encounter hyperspawns. I seem to remember hyperspawns being a thing in this area. Yeah, I see a dead player. Just right here, so yeah. Good chance that if we're not careful, we will get ourselves surrounded by respawns. And these guys do run, and that could be a big problem. I believe the poachers might be ranged attackers, which could be okay for us, actually. Yes, they are. So the poachers, we're not going to bother wasting the mana for concussive shot. Unless they run, and then we think it might help stop them from getting to more ads. But I don't think they're gonna. If they run, they're not gonna get very far before we shoot them down anyway. It might be worth relying mostly on auto shot here because they can barely hurt us. Maybe just Serpent Sting auto shot might be enough for these guys. Alright, we got the caster in the back, we have a runner incoming. Let's do this. I mean, we could use the sticky glue, but I don't think we have to. If we can get a little bit of damage into him, we'll be okay. There we go, I think we're good. Let's see if we can get in here and grab this chest. It looks like we already have respawns out here behind us, so we should double back out of here. That chest is already respawned. That's uncanny. Well, in that case, I am going to loot it again. There was a silver bar in that one. That's going to sell for an entire silver, which at this level is really, really nice. Ooh, we get a rare spawn here. Definitely want to tag him. Not sure if it was a good idea. Okay. Not a great idea. Not a great idea. It's okay. Let's see. We've got really sticky glue, which we're definitely going to use in this situation. Definitely going to daze him. And I think we're going to get him. Ooh, okay. Well, that was very nice. He didn't drop anything, but it was nice to kill him. On that note, though, I am completely out of time for today, guys. We need, like, one more mob. I'm actually going to do a soft logout right here so that I can just pick up right where we're leaving off next time. Thank you guys very much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. If you are digging the series, leaving a like, hyping the video, that stuff helps out immensely, and I appreciate those that do. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. We will see you back in Azeroth very soon. Bye for now.